Community is the way we find our strength and share our hope. It's the way dinner on the table brings a family closer together. It's the way we make sure his first chapter book is the first step on his path to greatness. It's the way we rally in hard times and rise back up stronger than ever. United is the way we come together so everyone can thrive. Join us at unitedway.org.
Mississippi's trusted weather experts. This is Mississippi Live Weather This Morning.
Hey, good morning. Good morning. As always, thank you so much for waking up with us here on Mississippi Live Weather this morning. I am meteorologist Maggie McCauley, live from the Room to Room Weather Center. Hope you have your cup of coffee ready to go. It is going to be a wet day ahead, especially into the afternoon. If you haven't already seen some rainfall out there this morning, I want to show you a big picture look before we get into it this morning. Here's a look at Mississippi Live radar and satellite. So we're looking at clouds and rain and also what's causing it. Yes, this low pressure system with this extended cold front causing some showers and storms as we head throughout your morning hours. Also, as we head into the afternoon, you can see the heaviest right now in places like southern Arkansas into the Delta. So let's zoom in. Let's show you what's going on right now as you're headed out the door so you know what to expect. Here's a look at Mississippi Live Doppler radar this morning. Again, a few showers mainly in places like over in the Delta. So let me switch over so I'm able to really show you what's going on over there. I'm going to go ahead and switch radar sites, and here we go. Okay, so let's show you where the heaviest rainfall is falling. Yes, it's over in the Delta. It's over in southern Arkansas actually right now, pushing into places like Greenville. Look at this, just south of Greenville. If you're waking up with us this morning in the Delta, good morning. You might already be woken up before your alarm because lots of lightning associated with these, especially this one that's setting up just south of Greenville right now, crossing over the Mississippi River and then into places like Leland as well, Indianola, Sunflower, Sunflower County getting in on a lot of rainfall this morning. And then the further up that you go, yes, still dealing with rain, but just not as heavy. So we're seeing rain pushing into places like Grenada County right now as well, but just not near as heavy as what is sitting off to its west and also its south as well. Seeing that kind of put into motion, you can see those heavier pockets just really dumping into places like Greenville. This is moving a little bit easterly and southerly as well. So as it pushes in, yes, you can still expect it like Water Valley, Grenada, Duck Hill, Bruce to continue, but just not as heavy as what's going to be sitting off to your south. That's really going to be still sitting south. So that's one thing to look at this morning if you're waking up in the Delta, waking up with more rainfall than the rest of us. Let's take a look at northeast Mississippi now, shall we? I'm going to switch back to our radar site to show you the most accurate information. A lot of us waking up dry. However, there are a few showers that I'm tracking out. Really, it's kind of following 22, but just to the north of it. So I'm looking from places like Guntown, all the way to places just south of Red Bay this morning. You can see a few of those showers kind of tracking out, some of them a little bit heavier than others, but overall just some light scattered activity. That's what's really going on in northeast Mississippi this morning. And then the heaviest of rainfall a little bit closer to northeast Mississippi actually just passed through places like Caledonia, now into places like Kingville, Millport, Kennedy, Melbourne, as well over into Alabama. So this is another heavy shower that we're looking at. About 8 lightning strikes with this, so not near as heavy and as prevalent as what we're tracking over into places like the Delta, but still our heaviest rainfall over into Alabama as well. So that's an overall look of what's going on out the door this morning. Again, these showers and storms are going to continue to move off to the east. So that's in Alabama is going to be pushing out of the area that we cover as we head over the next hour. But then we're loading up just sitting to our east that's going to be pushing in as well. So kind of seeing a twofold of showers pushing in and out of the area. I want to show you what happened overnight before we get into a little bit more of the forecast, because you might have woken up to a rumble of thunder or two, especially if you lived closer to the Mississippi and Tennessee state line. Take a look at this. I'm going to loop this over the next 6 hours. I want you to watch places closer to the Tennessee state line. Heavy rain pushed through overnight, leading to some flood advisories in some of our counties, very heavy rainfall in a very short amount of time. That's why, and overnight as well, prompting the National Weather Service to issue some flood advisories there into some of our counties. You can see kind of Benton and Tippah County getting in on that overnight. Overall, what you need to know is some very heavy rainfall fell, and you need to be careful out on the roadways this morning if you're within some of these areas. I'm going to show you exactly the areas you need to be watching out for. I kind of showed this over the last half hour, but it's still something to watch. So I want you to know what fell overnight. If you didn't tune in with us at 6:30, these yellows and kind of orange color, that's what I'm watching for the heaviest of rain that fell overnight. So we're looking overall at accumulation over the past 12 hours. Anywhere from 2 up to 3 inches fell in some areas overnight. You can see closer to places just south of Ashland, Blue Mountain, Dumas as well, and then places in more northern Alcorn County picked up 2 to 3 inches overnight. So a lot of rainfall out there. Make sure if you're within these areas, if you're driving within these areas this morning, you just avoid those roadways that you know are easily flooded. We know that right by now. So make sure to continue to do that. I'm going to keep an eye on the chat this morning. I know I'm going to be going a little bit longer than usual with our morning forecast. So if you have any specific questions, just make sure to put it over there in the chat, and I'll try to keep my eye on it as best I can. Here's a look over at radar. Let's get into what you can expect for your day ahead. I'm going to give you one more look at what's going on right now. And as always, if you have the Mississippi Live weather app, you can know in the palm of your hand what's going on at that very present moment, no matter where you are. So I encourage you to get that app. But here's a look at that radar. Again, showers over in the Delta, showers over into places closer across the Mississippi and Alabama state line. So into places like Alabama and Vernon, Alabama, getting in on some of that rainfall. Overall, a lot of us know waking up dry but warm. Take a look at high temperatures right now. Most of us, or not high temperatures, but just temperatures in general right now. Most of us near 70 degrees, 73 in Eupora, 73 in Grenada. If you're a little bit closer to all that rainfall, 78 in Greenwood. Yeah, that's pretty warm to start off your Wednesday morning. 71 in Bruce, 70 in Tupelo, 72 in Amory right now. So most of us starting off in the 70s. Definitely a warm start to your day ahead. Over your first 12 hours, temperatures not going to be changing too much throughout your day. I'm not looking at a very big temperature swing, maybe about a 15-degree temperature change between right now and then into your afternoon, just due to all those clouds and rain in the forecast. Kind of keeps our temperatures pretty consistent. So 74 by 8 will be in the 80s as we head into your 11 o'clock hour, and we're looking to top out in the low 80s today. So definitely a cooler day ahead, but it's due to all this rain. We're going to be tracking back up on coverage as we head into your afternoon. So 2, 3, 4, 5 o'clock, starting to see more coverage in here and a few storms that could be on the stronger side of things due to this front making its way closer to the area. So it's going to be slow moving, but it's creeping throughout your day. And as we head into the afternoon, it's going to be the catalyst to these showers and storms that are going to start to bubble up across the region that could be, again, on the stronger side of things into your afternoon. We're continuing to watch this. Main threat we're going to be watching for with these storms that come through, it's going to be the potential of some heavy rain and gusty winds. Watch this as we head overnight into your Thursday. That's when that front finally decides to shift off to our east. As we head throughout your Thursday, I can't rule out some showers on the back half of the day. We call these post-frontal showers, so I'm not looking at anything severe, but yes, rainfall still in the mix into your Thursday afternoon. Friday, a little bit different. I feel like we're going to really be drying out there mainly for your Friday, and that's some good news for those Friday night football games, and it's going to be feeling pretty nice out there as well. Coming up next, we're going to be talking your latest hour-by-hour forecast. Also, how much rain additionally are we expected to see over the next few days? So tacking on what we already have and now looking into the future today and tomorrow, how much rain are we looking to see in addition? So I'll have those details coming up next. Always going to have a look at your 7-day forecast coming up as well. So stick with us. All that coming up right after this.
Visualize perfection, freshly picked ingredients, tantalizing flavors, sweet and sour intertwine, and dance into your glass. One-of-a-kind arrangements, hitting every note. Why wait for the weekend? It's on at the grill.
I know you're going through a lot. I wonder if you know that we can get help. Let's see how far we can go. Love, your mind.
Even though Gabe grew up in Alabama, Mississippi has now become his home and his family. And one thing about Gabe is he keeps his family safe.
Right now, from the Room to Room Weather Center, here's meteorologist Maggie McAuley.
Hey, good morning to you. During the break, I was just kind of looking through our Skycam network given to us and provided to us, letting us use it, North Mississippi Storm Chasers. And I'm just trying to show you the rain that's ongoing in the Delta. However, because it's the morning hours and it's very cloudy, it's kind of dark in most of these cameras. Here's a live look over in Cleveland, though. They're getting in on the rainfall, but again, just very dark looking in every single one of these cameras. So just not a very great view over in the Delta. I think you're just going to have to take my word for it. One more look I want to show you over in Columbus. Saw some very wet roadways out there this morning because they saw some rain just pass through. So if you are traveling within Columbus, the Golden Triangle region, saw some rain this morning. So just make sure to be careful on those wet roadways. That is one area that we were watching with some ongoing rainfall as well. So continuing to monitor not only the radar, but also look at all these cameras. Just look over in Caledonia. Again, as the sun really starts to rise, we'll get a little bit better of a view than we are looking at right now. And that's some good news, right? So we'll see a little bit better view as we head on into the morning hours, probably maybe at our 7:30 newscast, we'll get a little bit of a better view. Let me show you what's ongoing right now before we get into the really meat and potatoes of the forecast, right? Here's a look at Mississippi Live radar this morning. As always, I'm going to show you what's going on, and then we'll get into Futurecast. We're showing some rain in the Delta this morning. That's why I was really looking at those cameras. This is the majority of the area that we're seeing with some heavy pockets this morning. I'm going to go ahead and switch over. Sorry, it changes my camera view. Kind of takes me way off, but I'll find my way back home, right? Okay, so here we go. Let me change the radar site to show you a little bit better view of what's going on. Southern Arkansas into the Delta, seeing some very, very heavy rain this morning. Nothing severe at this time, but definitely some strong storms, lots of lightning. Let me just get my head out of the way, but you can see total strikes in the 400s. So that is a lot of lightning associated with these storms. So some loud storms coming into the Delta this morning, and you can see it just south of Greenville, Indianola as well. Cleveland, Shelby, Duncan getting in on these. And these showers, let me show you the overall movement of these. Let me take it about 2 hours and show you. These are moving off to the east. So they're kind of propagating south and eastward. So here's the good news I have for folks that live maybe in Grenada down into Tala County. You might be clipped with a few of those heavy downpours, but this is really still making a dive south. So I think it's really going to be hitting places more along the lines of Yazoo City and over in Canton, Jackson area as it does progress off to the south and east. So we're watching these showers and storms pushing in. Again, Grenada, Bruce, Water Valley getting in on some rain this morning. Another area we're tracking out a few showers that's, yes, pushing off to the east. So it is pushing out of our area. I'm going to switch sites so you can see a little bit better resolution with that shower. It's places just south of Vernon, Alabama, over along 17. If you're traveling along that road from Vernon over into Millport, even down into Bethlehem this morning, you're going to be dealing with some spotty showers and storms there as well. Not as many lightning strikes with this one, so not as prevalent or strong of a storm this morning over into places like Alabama, but still one nonetheless. And we're going to continue to track it out. A few showers just passed through Columbus. That's why I was showing that camera overall. But a lot of us sitting pretty dry. Yeah, maybe a few very light showers in places like Boonville along 45. If you're traveling from Boonville to Saltillo, Guntown, Tupelo this morning, you're going to be dealing with some light shower activity, but nothing along the lines that they're dealing with over in southern Arkansas. However, even though our activity isn't huge right now, or widespread, I should say, it will be as we head into the afternoon. So that's why we're keeping our eye on it. But again, this is what's going on right now, Mississippi Live radar. Now let's get you into the forecast, shall we? Before we go on, I want to talk about our airport delays this morning. Even with that rainfall, I'm not tracking any moderate or major delays region-wide. So that's some good news, even with that shower and storm activity. Sticking here in North Mississippi for your day ahead, temperatures not going to be changing too much. So we're starting off in the 70s this morning, only in the 80s this afternoon. Middle 70s by 9, upper 70s by 10, 80s into your 11 o'clock hour, about a 30% chance from right now all the way through 10. But as we head noon and on, we'll really start to see that uptick. So that's why I say if you got any afternoon plans, maybe you're going to be picking the kids up from school, expect some rain in the area and some strong storms nonetheless. High temperatures out there for today, again, mainly in the low to middle 80s across the board. Severe weather risk, this has not changed from yesterday. So I showed you your severe weather risk for Wednesday yesterday. Same story for today. The storm Prediction Center putting this out, 1 out of 5. So that is some good news. It's the lowest of the 5 threat levels, but it's still there and it's still encompassing our entire area. So I'm still going to show it to you. What threats are we looking at with these showers and storms pushing through? Our 2 main threats we're watching is the wind potential. That's why I'm going to keep telling you before you leave the house this morning, if you got a pillow outside that you want to have outside tomorrow, make sure to bring it in or that it's pretty secure, because some of these storms that come into play could be on the stronger side of things with that wind potential, potentially above 60 miles an hour. So some gusty conditions out there. Also still looking at the potential of flash flooding concerns as well, especially for those areas that picked up 2 to 3 inches last night, and then continuing to see some more of that today. We'll talk about how much rain we can expect in just a minute. Let me get you through your hour-by-hour forecast first. Here's a look at Futurecast now through noon. We start to see more showers start to bubble up as this front continues to push closer and closer in. As it pushes closer, the severe threat does go up. So we're looking at the afternoon. I'm thinking noon and on, noon through sunset, we're really going to be keeping our eye on any activity that does develop, because it has the potential to be on the stronger side of things. And you can see here just continuing some heavy downpours, a lot of that in northwest Mississippi, a lot of rain for the afternoon for northwest Mississippi, and that'll continue all the way through sunset. Again, this is 7 o'clock and on, finally seeing that front decide to push across the Mississippi River. It's going to be pretty slow moving out there. As we head overnight, the threat for severe weather thankfully will diminish. We'll watch this cold front finally push through the area overnight into your Thursday. For Thursday, I cannot rule out some showers, some storms, especially, or really just showers into the afternoon hours, but they're what we call post-frontal. So they're after the front. That juice, that the things that they need for severe weather and even strong storms will be out of the picture. So some rain in the forecast, but not looking at anything on the strong to severe side of things. Yes, some storms still, or some shower activity still scattered in nature into your Thursday afternoon. And then we finally start to dry out Friday into the weekend. Let's talk about your weekend forecast, because we've been talking a lot about rain, a lot about the storm threats for today, which yes, we need to pay attention to. I encourage you to keep up with the Mississippi Live Weather Team. Have the app downloaded and handy. But past today, things look to turn very nice for us. And that's some good news, right? Take a look at your weekend. Middle 80s Saturday and Sunday, sunshine in the forecast, cooler temps, dry conditions. That is some good news. That's what we want to see for our weekend, right? So really nice conditions out there if you got any plans, or maybe you're going to support some of those SEC teams. How much rain can we expect over the next 3 days? Well, this is kind of blanketed a general amount for us, maybe around 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 of an inch. Some of us may be picking up a little bit more, close to an inch region wide. But if you get under one of those heavier pockets, again, this is just placing that where it thinks those heavier pockets are going to be. If you get under one of those, you could, yes, pick up an additional inch of rainfall over your next few days. And the rain, I know I keep reminding you, it is needed here across the area. We're still seeing this latest drought monitor come into play. That severe drought still extending from places like DeSoto County, stretching into places like Lafayette County, and also Alcorn County, seeing that trying to creep in as well. So I think tomorrow we'll see our new drought monitor come in. I think it's going to be good and improved due to this rain we're going to be getting over your next 24 hours. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast. 83 today, 82 tomorrow, 81 for Friday. Take a look at your overnight lows for Saturday and Sunday. Yes, nice out there in the 50s for some as we head into Saturday and Sunday morning. So nicer conditions are on the way. So that's good news, right? For folks that are wanting some nicer conditions as well. And then we'll see 80s stick around. I want to show you your Mississippi Live radar one more time before I'll let you go this morning, at least for 10 minutes, because I'll be back on at 7:30. So no worries. Can't get rid of me that easy. Still seeing a few showers setting up in places like Lafayette County from Abbeville down into Oxford if you're traveling along maybe Highway 7 this morning. And then let's take it over to places like Prentiss County, Lee County to Prentiss County, seeing a few showers setting up in places from Baldwin over into Frankstown along 45 this morning. Very light to moderate shower activity. The majority of that actually sitting into places like Alabama and then over into the Mississippi Delta. I'll continue to keep you updated this morning live on Mississippi Live Weather this morning. So keep checking back here for the latest. Yes, we will be back on in the next 10 minutes. So don't go anywhere. I'll have everything you need to know, continuing to track out these showers and storms for you and with you for your morning. So stay with me. I'll be back in the next 10 minutes.
If you're facing a DUI charge, every decision matters. At the law office of Andrew W. Stewart II, we provide a skilled defense to protect your record, rights, and future. Call today or visit drewstewartlaw.com. Your future is worth defending.
You're not going to get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff.
Mama!
Like making sure your kids are in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right at nhtsa.gov/the right seat.